Hello there, lovely folks of YouTube. Ren here after a very long hiatus, a little over 6 months in fact. This video is here to just kind of fill you in on what's been happening that has made me have this very long hiatus. Very briefly, because I only get so much in my real life. But first of all, I do want to thank those of you who did reach out to me during that time. Your concern was very genuine. I appreciate it. And it really just shows how much of an impact I've made on some people's lives. And it's really important to me. It really means something. So thank you for that. Obviously I was fine, but thank you for reaching out. Those of you who did. So let me see. The past 6 months have been an absolute whirlwind. First of all, I have been initiated. So I am now a priestess and witch, first degree initiate in the tradition of Blue Star Wicca. That of course means that I have some increase in my obligations to the Grove and Coven, which I willingly took on, but it does eat up some of my time with that. So that's one thing. Another thing is that where I work is under new management right now, and it has been it's been a big change. Let's just leave it at that. There have been some issues where, of course, I had been promised something by old management that when the new management came in, they immediately tried to renege on because they didn't know anything about the agreement that I had made with previous management. And basically, long story short, is that my work hours are changing. Hopefully for the better, but it's been a long struggle to get to where I need to be at work. So that has also eaten up a lot of my spoons or spell slots or what have you. Most importantly, and the thing that really is going to impact the channel the most, is that my spouse has a change of employment. His previous employer went through a massive unexpected downsizing and laid off about 90% of their workforce, my husband included. Don't worry about that. Like, it only took him about 3 weeks before he had a new job offer in hand. He's already working at his new job, but the new job is about an hour away from where we live. So the commute time is not great. What that means is that come the summertime, when our youngest and the only child that we have left living at home finishes high school, we will be moving, which is both exciting and terrifying. This is something that I had been musing over for close to a decade. We moved into this house not intending to stay here for long, thinking that we would start with this house and then move into our next house, which I keep calling the forever home, because once I move, I'm done. Like, I don't want to move again after this. We always thought that would happen a lot sooner than it did, but market shenanigans and, stuff with the kids and, just sheer inertia just kept us here for close to 18 years. And now I guess the universe has decided that that thing that I kept saying I wanted to do, I was never going to actually do it until my hand was forced, so it forced my hand. So sometime this summer, we haven't even really started looking yet, but sometime this spring we're going to start looking for a new home, and with the goal of hopefully moving in sometime this summer after the kid finishes high school. And it's going to be different because it means that I will be leaving behind my garden that I have built over the past 18 years and having to start fresh. And that's the part that's kind of like, makes me a little verklempt, honestly. The good news is that I won't be losing everything. I'm not selling the house that I'm in just yet. We're actually going to rent it to my son, to my oldest, who just happened to be in the market for a house to rent, and just everything, when you're on the right path because everything just lines up perfectly. We just happened to be looking to move out right at the same time that they were looking to rent a house. The amount that they were looking to spend on their rent is well above what we were able to do for them, so we can actually cut them a discount below market value. You know, everything wins. And I still then would have access to my garden to divide plants and bring those divisions to my new garden. So I'm not going to lose everything. I'm going to be starting kind of from scratch, but at least I can bring some established plants with me. What this means going forward is that starting in the summertime, hopefully, ideally, you'll start seeing some new content in the channel regarding the process of me building a new witchy garden from scratch. Which is something that I've never really been able to show before, because everything that I have here is established. To the extent where, like, there were plants that I was like, oh man, I really wish I had the space for that, but I didn't, you know? Like, so I'm going to be able to put in some of those plants that I didn't have the space for now. As well as ideally, hopefully, maybe have some real, like, actual, you know, wilderness area attached to the home. What we live in right now is a very standard suburban plot. There are neighbors on either side of us. You can see the fences. We have about a 1/4 acre or so. The area that we're planning on moving to is very rural, because it's kind of halfway between the two cities, the one that I work in and the one my husband works in, so it kind of splits the difference on our commutes. And ideally I'm looking for something in the 5-acre range. So 5 acres of woodland, like, I can work with that. So it'll be exciting. It'll be some changes. I don't know how many updates I'm going to make between the summer and now, you know, because I'm going to be busy with a lot of stuff, you know, searching for a new house, packing up the old house, working out financial details. You know, there's a lot going on. So, but I wanted to let you know that everything is well. This is what's happening, and it does mean there will be some changes in the future for the channel. But I hope that they're things that you can be excited about, and I hope that they will be very helpful things too, to see the actual process of building a new bed from scratch, you know, planning out new garden beds and what you're going to put in it, and, you know, all those things are things that I kind of touched on, but I can't really demonstrate because they've already been done. So that's exciting. But anyway, that's what I have to share with y'all. So, some changes coming, but they're good changes. I hope that 2023 was less rough for y'all than it was for me, because it was rough. It was real rough. There were a few months there where it was like super stressful, but things are kind of settling into a new groove now. We have a direction to move forward into, and that's always a good thing. So anyway, as always, I hope this video finds you well, and I will see you again. I don't know if it'll be soon, but I will see you again. Blessed be.